Let's look at final exam question number 26, found on page 666 of Teach Yourself Electricity and Electronics, 5th edition. We have an 800 ohm resistor and we want to know what its conductance is. Well, the conductance in Siemens is equal to 1 divided by the resistance in ohms. So it's 1/800th of a Siemens. Well, that's not any of our choices. However, if we take a calculator and we work that out, this is what we'll get. 0.00125 Siemens. Well, that's not any of our choices either. However, remember that we can also use units of a millisiemens, where a millisiemens equals 1,000th of a Siemens. So if we move the decimal place over 3 to the right, thereby multiplying by 1,000, we'll get 1.25 millisiemens. So the correct answer is D, is in delta, to this question. Now you have to be careful, because when you're talking about ohms and Siemens, it's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. The resistance always equals 1 divided by the conductance. They use G to represent conductance and R to represent resistance, and contrary-wise, this holds true. But that's only true provided that we use ohms for resistance and Siemens for conductance. If we are presented with units, or we want to convert to units other than ohms and Siemens, for example, kiloohms, megohms, millisiemens, microsiemens, we'll always do best if we convert everything to ohms or Siemens before we make these calculations. Otherwise, we can get ourselves into trouble. You'll find out why if you just try a few problems for yourself and don't heed that rule. Again, the correct answer here is D, as in delta.